like Saquon.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, ready, move ready. Hey, go. I'm going back to you. Jim.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check 24.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, this may be a free play for Winston. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And his throw here is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
On the ready. 45, Mike, 45. I got one.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
15 line. Begin. Check 50. Yes. Let's go.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. Hustle. Watch out.
Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, Haywood. Yep.
Motion to the backfield.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Set. 60 or.
54. Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Mike's 54.
Oh, you got deep? Now. Buzz. Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
3 down. 45.
80 weapon.
I got him. Kill.
Go.
Kill.
Shoot.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 30 base.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Get it.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
They should have done it, baby.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So don't say nothing. Watch the
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got you. SOS.
General West.
Here's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
One receiver to the left is Evans.
Hey, stop. Green, triple T. Hey, 5 on the kicker. 5 on the kicker.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. Hey, lock it. It's a safety creek. Yo, go. Watch the shit! Joker!
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Go.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50.
Bravo.
Let's go, tackle, let's go.
Snap.
Now Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Right here. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
45's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 45. Mike, 45. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Hey.
45, Mike, 45. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Shoot.
Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Golston. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 25. Check 20.
Yep.
Check 25.
Get it.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So here's the Panther offense as they will again line up and go for 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come, come. Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
Alert flat. Alert flat.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
Now this time, Allen will throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Wide, get wide.
On first down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Check 52. He's coming. We got double up. Rock it. Hit it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Door.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Hey, exit. 45 the mic. Hey, here we go. Now. Hey, Alpha.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Mike's 5'4".
Hey.
Mike's 5'4".
Hey, Haywood. Here I come. Here I come. On the ball.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Snap.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Hey, stop.
He's coming.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are up a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready, break.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense apply. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 83 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play fake. Winston. He's going to fire one. Deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the red zone now. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
45, 45, 45 is Mike, 45. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Hard, hard. Check 4, check 4. Ready, ready.
To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, ready. Check 45 to Mike. I'm scared.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
We better than that.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The mic. 45.
Look at me. Zipper.
Bring it. 45.
Yo, go. Yo, Jackrabbit, come on.
Back and go full strength.
Go.
Go.
Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Mickens to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you could go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Let's get in there. Shit. Ready.
Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 6'6", pull it high.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 11-yard line.
Yes.
Reset.
Five.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Squeeze.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Go nowhere, 22, go nowhere.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. Confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocking. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now?